Hey guys, Aaron Play here with LaVega Cigars at the Cigar Lounge Talk Show and Vince, and we're headed out today to go film an episode, which is kind of weird because it's my own event, but it's going to be at a lounge that we've been trying to get into for quite a while now. The big thing for me is I get to interview Queen of the Ash herself, Miss Patricia, and today we're going to Delaware, Ohio to go visit Casa Aficinado. Hey guys, so we're finally here in Delaware, Ohio at Casa Aficinado, and I have the distinct pleasure to sit down with somebody who I've actually been following for quite some time now. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of the Leaf, Miss Patricia over here at Casa Aficinado. Thank you for sitting down with me. This is actually an interesting episode because this is my event tonight, which I don't normally film my own events. I'm normally interviewing somebody else. So you're actually the first one in a while that owns the lounge.
Okay.
That I'm interviewing. Normally, it's a brand owner that I go in that I interview.
Okay.
So you'll be the first one in quite a while, and actually the first female lounge owner.
All right.
So
awesome.
I want to start off by I want to ask you what I've been following you on Instagram for quite some time. What got you into cigar? We'll start with that question. What got you into cigars?
Well, first, thank you for being here.
Oh, we appreciate it.
I never imagined I'll be here. I'll be owning a business or smoking cigars or any of it. It just started, I smoked my first cigars. I'm like, it's interesting. I like the ambience, the aroma. The blend, I wasn't new. I don't know much about it.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, let me smoke another one. My first one was the Bellicoso Acid Blondie. I was like, it's too sweet. Let's move to a natural tobacco. And I did, and I loved it. And I started getting more and more into it. And I started learning more about the tobacco, about the business, about the stories behind, because I love the stories behind the blend, behind the cigar, behind this company, why they're doing so well, what's the story behind them. And then, long story short, start working for a cigar company here in Ohio, and I did so well. I did so good that I didn't want to do it anymore for anybody. I wanted to open up my own.
And do it for yourself.
Do it for myself.
So how long have you been smoking cigars then?
About 11 years.
11 years now?
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that you got off of the infused cigars so quickly.
Quick.
And I really try not to bash any company, anything, and people know who have seen this because I'm going in my 4th season now. I absolutely despise infused cigars, and I don't care who makes them. I can't stand them because it's just what you said. It takes away from the natural flavors of the tobacco.
Absolutely.
And that's what. And so when I was a chef, I mean, I'm classically trained French cuisine, so we get irritated when you ask to put extra sauce on something. Like when we put sauce on the food, it's the proper amount for what we're serving you. So to me, the flavored cigars, the infused cigars, is like throwing sauce on top of it.
Yes.
And I absolutely, it just despises me. So next question, how long has this store been open?
2 years and a half. We opened December.
You're fairly new.
Yes.
Okay.
The store is fairly new.
The store is fairly new.
So, but keep in mind that, yes, the store is new, but I already built up the background of the store, the reputation, and everything about me and brought it in. So a lot of my customers are my followers from other locations. And then I built the new customers, the new followers. So people already know who I am.
You built your image and brought it with you.
Absolutely.
See, this stupid hat, this is my image.
That's not stupid. You know, I loved it.
I know you love it. So here's a funny one, because we just happened maybe an hour and 15 minutes ago, give or take. We're at a rest stop. Do you remember where we were, Vince? We were at a rest stop, okay? I go into the restroom, okay, and I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I hear LaVega. Who the hell's standing behind me?
From the hat.
From the hat. And I turn around and I'm like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. And he goes, dude, I love the Primo. I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, where'd you get it? And he goes, oh, when I was coming home, I got it in West Virginia. I'm like, oh, well, thanks. I appreciate it. So I go out and I tell Vince, I'm like, I can't go nowhere with this hat on. So what I do at home is if I don't want to be recognized, I take this hat off. You have to. You have to.
Listen, I will tell you, you do have a distinguished, it's right word, right?
Distinguished.
Yeah. Look and appearance.
It's a good thing and a bad thing.
It is a great thing. No, nothing is bad when you have something special that represents you, represent who you are. You don't want to be like everybody else.
No, you do have to be different. And I think that's one thing that, like I was telling a couple of your customers out there, being in the music industry, you had to create that image about yourself too. Otherwise, you're just another hard rock, heavy metal player dressed in black. So you had to have something different.
So I was trying to put it together, like that look. So when I read about you and about Vegas and about what you have done throughout the years, I put it together. I'm like, okay, that's Aaron. That's LaVega. Yeah. Yep, that's it. That's you.
Yeah, and that's why I chose the name LaVega, because it's paying homage to everything in Las Vegas that made me who I am today.
Exactly.
I just dropped the S's. That's all I did. Mm-hmm. And it's all one word. Everybody wants to put LaVega. LaVega is a region down in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, so it's one word.
It's one word. That's why the L and the V are
I'm guilty. I did it too.
I saw it on your Instagram.
You should have told me.
No. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. That's just a little pet peeve of mine. I look at it and go, there's no amount of telling people that it's going to get them to remember to do that, because LaVega is two different words. But I just combined. It was my personal thing. I just combined them together because I took two different parts of my life growing up in Western Pennsylvania and Las Vegas, and I shoved them both together to make who I am today. That's what I did with the word.
I'll fix it next time.
It's all good. You're not the only one to do that. I have stuff printed in other magazines when I'm announcing something, and they make it two different words also. So
yeah, but see, I only make the mistake once.
Speaking of hats, though, I do like your brim that you got going on here.
Thank you.
Today. You didn't have that last time we met. So we actually did come out here. So when me and Vince, it was a couple months ago, wasn't it? We were coming out to visit some lounges, and I was trying to connect with her because I've been following her for a while. You got quite an appearance on Instagram. So I was like, God, who is? I gotta go meet her. Then I found out you have a lounge. I'm like, okay, now I really need to go meet her because now I need to go be a salesman and sell my cigars to her. She wasn't going to be here. Your daughter was graduating, wasn't it?
Yep, I was running errands.
Yeah, and we said, you know what, the hell with it. We're going to stop through anyway because we're here. Let's just see what the place is about. We're talking. Sure as shit, she was able to come in. 5 minutes is what we got, but it was 5 minutes well
Sorry,
worth it.
yeah.
No, at least
I was on the run, like.
Yeah, but at least we got to meet you though, and that was the big thing. Is because my thing as a brand owner, I don't want to be just another cigar on your shelf. I want you as the owner. I want your staff, your managers. I want them to know who I am, who Vince is. So when you see that cigar on your shelf, and somebody comes in and says, "I'm looking for something new," okay, try this. I've met these guys. I know where they come from. We sit down, we smoke. I won't put my cigars into a lounge unless we do this.
Yes.
If we don't sit and smoke, that ain't happening. That's how it is.
And I like this about you. I like to meet with the person too, that I am gonna carry their cigars, not just like, a phone call. Hey, I have a brand. Because I get that a lot. I get a lot of messages, a lot of emails, but there is no connection.
And that's what I love about this industry is I believe that the cigar industry is the last or one of the last few industries where it's community based.
Yes.
And we are all one big community. Like when we travel down south, because in the Carolinas they carry my cigars at a lot of places. I love going down there because it is a lifestyle to them. It's not just, oh, I smoke cigars. It's no, I live cigars. And they can tell you blends and wrappers and everything else on all these different cigars. And some of them ladies down there, if you haven't been down there, you need to go down there because you'll fit right in. These girls outsmoke me. We were at one event. It was tailored Concord. we're at one event and this lady comes out. I think we were there maybe 2 hours. She goes, "I love your cigars." I'm like, "Oh, I appreciate that. Which one?" And she goes, "All of them." I said, "I have 4 of them." She goes, "Yeah, I smoked them all." I'm like, "When? Like, when did you smoke these?" She goes, "Oh, I already smoked them." Girl, I don't know what you're tasting now, but your taste buds have to be all messed up. But no, that's a thing to them down there. So, and that's what I love about this. And my father used to tell me that if you can't look a man in his eyes and shake his hand, you have nothing.
That's true.
And that's unfortunately how the world doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
But that's how I work.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to sit down, especially because I have been following you. So I'm like, I really need to go.
Well, I'm honored.
I really need to go meet you.
I am honored.
So,
Thank you.
And if you are in this area, or hell, even if you're not, just come to this area. It's a fantastic place. I do have one more question for you. I see that you travel a lot. Like I saw your pictures from PCA, which actually we had events in Charlotte, North Carolina, so we couldn't even go to
That's
PCA.
True.
I'm a huge fan of Carlito. I'm a huge, and I see that you're always hanging around him.
I love Carlito. So he has been one of my mentors in the cigar industry. When I start working in the cigar industry, I start learning about the brands, right? About the history. Fuente family captivated my attention. Like, who are they? What do they do? When I found out everything that they do, and everything they've been doing, I fell in love. I fell in love with the family. I fell in love with Carlito, Cynthia, Jose. I mean, it just, to me, I have this special connection. They're like family.
Yeah.
And we might not be seeing each other all the time. We might only be seeing on social media or PCA or when I travel, visit Tampa, I would stop by and see Cynthia, but they're here. And they know. They know.
Well, that's good. Because you were talking about the stories. The stories is everything. And if you just do something for the money, where's the passion? So like for me, everything has to have a reason that I do it.
Correct.
I have to have a reason. Like all the tattoos that I have, they all have a reason.
Yes.
So what a lot of people don't know is LaVega as a company has been around since 2020. It's when I first had the idea. My cigars went to market officially May 31st, 2023, which is my grandmother's birthday. Everything I've ever done, I've done it on my grandmother's birthday because that was my girl.
Wow.
And when she passed away, like she took a lot of my heart with her.
Wow.
So everything I do revolves around her birthday. The Robusto size of my first 3 cigars released on the anniversary of my father's death, because it's a very sad day and I wanted to bring some joy to that day.
Yeah.
He came on board with me on the anniversary of my father's death. So everything has to have a reason. The story behind everything is what captivates me. And that's what I
Yes.
want to look for.
True stories. I mean, people can tell stories left and right all day long. But the true stories are the one that grabs your attention because you can feel it. It's true. And that's what I look for. Not just a story. People can tell stories all the time, but it has to have a meaning. It has to be true story, and that's what I look for.
So I guess my final question for you would be, what's the story of this place and where's it going?
This is my baby. I put in everything, all my passion in it. I wanted people to come here and feel like they're home. So my background, I'm Lebanese. We host all the time, and I miss that. So I put in everything that who I am in here. People, when they walk in the door, they're not customers anymore. They become one of us, the family. So, and where we're going, I want to create more like this. Not just a store to open and sell, hey, I'll sell you a cigar here and sell you a cigar. No, it has to mean something.
And that's why she's making me work so hard to get into it, because we're not actually in the store yet. Tonight is hopefully the event that seals the deal. But I appreciate that, though. I absolutely do appreciate that, because it is a family. It's a big community, and that's why my tagline, if you look at the bottom of like any of my commercials or my videos, it's where every smoke creates a memory.
Yes.
But me and Vince have a saying, memories over money.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, we need money. I need money. I mean, my team always gets paid no matter what. I mean, I'll pay them before I pay myself, but memories I can't take money to the grave, but I can keep memories for the rest of my life.
Yes.
Memories are everything.
Because if they can remember, that means you meant something.
Mm-hmm.
If you can remember a moment, that means that moment meant something. If you cannot, that means it was nothing. It was, and I like good memories, good experience. That's what I provide here. That's what everybody provides here. Whoever know me, they know what I do.
Your name actually traveled. Dude, where were we that mentioned they were wanting to stop in because they heard about it? Was it Cut and Toast?
It was Cut and Toast and West Virginia.
Okay, they knew about you.
Everyone knows about me.
Yeah, I'm beginning to see.
So here's it. Like I told you before I opened up my shop, everybody knew who I am. And everybody who followed me throughout the years I've been in the cigar industry, development in my life in general. And when you are a puppy and you grow, people will see that. They notice that. And this is what happened to me. I was a puppy.
And they watched
But
you grow.
I built myself. I taught myself, and I got myself to where I am now. So people see that. People notice that. And when I represent the brand, when I post, and you've been following me, I really post for the cigar.
Yeah.
I talk about the cigar. I mention every detail about the cigar. I don't just post to.
She
Smoke.
misspells the cigar.
But I do, but I do smoke my cigar, yes. But that's people what they look for. Oh, what's Patricia smoking? I get calls and messages. We want the cigar you were smoking. We're gonna stop by in a little bit. I'm sending a message. I'm telling people what I have in my own way and in a respectful way.
It's a good way of looking at it. So if there's anything, this is how I always end the interviews. If there's anything that you could tell anybody about your store, upcoming events, anything you have going on, now's the time. Anything to watch for.
Well, first, thank you for being here. And I'm honored that you guys are here today.
We appreciate it.
And second, that this is not going to be aired today, right?
No, man.
I would have told them to come out and enjoy the event with us today.
I have to edit all this stuff down. So
Anyway, what I want to tell everyone is, if you haven't been here yet, you should stop, because we provide family. We don't provide just customers.
the address will be on the screen. I highly recommend you come down to Casa Aficinado. If you were anywhere in Ohio, make the trip. Actually, I don't even care where you're at. Just make the trip. It's well worth your time. Patricia, I absolutely appreciate you sitting down with us. Anything else you want to add? You look like you're gonna
I
say
actually do. Listen,
Add.
everyone knows I love events. We do a lot of them here, especially in the summertime. I do events. There is a lot of upcoming great events coming up. So, and we might have LaVega again here for another
Well,
event.
let's hope so. Come to Casa Aficinado. Come down, meet Patricia, meet her staff. You will not be disappointed. I thank everybody for watching. Patricia, thank
Thank
you for
you.
sitting down
Thank
with me.
you.
It's time to go set up for the event.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.